Hi everybody, I'm Robin Warner and I wanted to share the differences between the 5 different trims of the 2026 Toyota Camry. Briefly, Toyota revolutionized the Camry for 2025, starting its 9th generation, making the car hybrid only and offering all-wheel drive on all 4 trims. For 2026, Toyota largely left the Camry alone, but added a 5th trim, the Nightshade. So I thought it'd be worth breaking down the differences of all 5 trims so you'd know what is what. But let's start what's the same across the trims, because honestly, that's most of it. All Camrys run on the 5th generation Toyota hybrid system, which is made up of a 2.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine that runs on the more efficient Atkinson cycle. It makes 184 horsepower and 163 pound-feet of torque. From there, it gets help from an electric motor up front, which itself makes 134 horsepower and 153 pound-feet of torque. Combined total system horsepower is 225 and an unspecified amount of torque. If you get an all-wheel drive version of the 9th generation Camry, you get another electric motor mounted on the rear axle. It's smaller and makes 40 horsepower and 62 pound-feet of torque. With that system, you get a combined 232 horsepower. By the way, if you want to add all-wheel drive, which you can to all 5 trims, that adds another $1,525 to the cost. And regardless of which drivetrain you choose, the engine always hooks up to an electronically controlled, continuously variable transmission. The same holds true for the chassis. All Camrys have the same strut front suspension and multi-link rear suspension for 4-wheel independent suspension, but the SE, Nightshade, and XSE do get a different tune of the suspension and different anti-roll bars as well. And all that means is that the vast majority of the differences across the trims are cosmetic and convenience. Okay, let's break it down. The 5 trims are the LE, the SE, the Nightshade, the XLE, and the XSE. The LE runs on 16-inch aluminum wheels, gets a single exhaust tip, a black horizontal front grille, and a black rear diffuser. Inside, you get a partially digital instrument cluster and an 8-inch center display, which includes wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. You do also get a dual-zone climate control system, cloth seats, a wireless smartphone charger, 5 USB ports, and a 6-speaker sound system. Optionally available is a moonroof and something called the cold weather package, which adds a heated steering wheel and heated front seats. Moving up to the SE trim, you get 18-inch black alloy wheels, dual chrome exhaust tips, black Camry lettering in back, a black mesh front grille, and again, a black rear diffuser, and finally, a body-colored rear spoiler. Inside, you get the same as the LE 7-inch partially digital instrument cluster and 8-inch center display, but you do get a leather shift knob and a leather wrap steering wheel, and that steering wheel does have paddle shifters on the back of it. You also get Softex upholstered seats. Finally, you also get aluminum sport pedals. For options, the SE is the lowest trim that offers an optional package to upgrade to the 12.3-inch center display. You can also get the moonroof as an option as well. Toyota also offers the cold weather package, just like the LE, and something called the convenience package, which adds an auto-dimming rearview mirror with garage door opener and a smart key system. Moving on to the Nightshade, it stands out visually for sure. It's the only Camry to get a black lower rocker, black exterior badging, 19-inch satin black wheels, and a gloss black sport mesh front grille. Like the SE, you also get chrome dual exhaust tips and black Camry lettering, but you do get a black, not body-colored rear spoiler. It's also the only trim to offer black door handles and side view mirrors. Inside, just like the SE, you do get the aluminum sport pedals, the Softex upholstered seats, as well as a leather shift knob and leather steering wheel with the paddle shifters. You also get the 7-inch partially digital instrument cluster and the 8-inch center display. Options include a package to get that 12.3-inch center display again, as well as the moonroof, the cold weather package, and the convenience package. One limitation of the Nightshade is it's only offered in 3 colors: Midnight Black Metallic, Ice Cap, which I'm pretty sure is white, and Supersonic Red, and that last one does cost extra. Moving on to the XLE, this is the first trim to get dual LED headlights and premium LED taillights. It has a dark gray front grille and a gloss black rear diffuser. You get 18-inch wheels, but with a different finish than the SE. We are back to a single exhaust tip. However, we get chrome finished Camry lettering in back. You also get body colored door handles. And this is the first trim to get noise-canceling front side windows, not just the windshield like the others. Also, it's the only trim to get chrome for the window trim. Inside, the XLE upgrades to the 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster and the 12.3-inch center display. The steering wheel is also heated as standard and, of course, wrapped in leather. This is also the first trim to get ambient lighting inside, and no soft text here, you get leather and microfiber upholstering the seats. And finally, heated seats come standard. Options include a panoramic moonroof, something called the Premium Plus package, which adds a bunch of stuff, including added driving aids and things like that, but also ventilated front seats and a 10-inch head-up display. There's also a pared down premium package. And finally, the XSE. The 2026 XSE is pretty much the same as the 2025 that I reviewed last year, and I came away quite impressed with it. But here's the rundown. Like the XLE, you do get the better head and tail lights, and you're back to the sport mesh front grille, but now it's body colored. The same is true for that rear diffuser. And just like the Nightshade, you get a black rear spoiler. The XSE is back up to 19-inch wheels like the Nightshade, but with a gray and black two-tone finish. You also get dual exhaust tips again. There's also, once again, black Camry lettering. You retain the XLE's acoustic front side windows, but back to black for the window trim. The door handles mimic the SLE, they are body colored, and of course, you keep the 12.3-inch fully digital instrument cluster and center display. There's also a heated leather steering wheel like the XLE, but the XSE gets the paddle shifters back. It also keeps the ambient lighting, and this is the only trim to get fully leather seats, no microfiber. Heated front seats are once again standard, and the options list pretty much mimics the XLE. So there's the rundown of the 5 different trims. How does all of that affect fuel economy? Given that all Camrys basically have the same engine and chassis, the fuel economy differences largely come from the wheel and tire packages, going front or all-wheel drive, and how much equipment, hence how much weight you have in the car. I'll go ahead and put the full fuel economy breakdown up on the screen right now for you to see. Basically, the higher the trim, the worse the fuel economy. No surprise there. As for color, it's basically the same thing. The higher the trim, the more options you have. I'll go ahead and put that list up on the screen for you to see. The obvious exception to that is the Nightshade, which only offers the 3 colors. The XSE does also stand out here, as it's the only trim that you can get with the midnight black metallic roof and then other colors for the rest of the body. Finally, pricing. Toyota has still yet to announce 2026 Camry pricing, but I'd be surprised if it changed too much from the 2025 numbers, so I'll go ahead and put the 2025 price list up on the screen for you to see. The exception, of course, is the Nightshade, which I'm guessing is going to cost right in between the SE and the XLE trims. So there you have it, a breakdown of the differences across the 5 trims of 2026 Toyota Camry. Given that they are largely the same, it's interesting to see what makes them stand apart. Also, this is the first video like this that I've done, so if you like it, or if you didn't, please let me know in the comments. I'm Robin Warner. Thank you very much for watching.